here we are. I'm going to ask this clicker to be my friend, so cross your fingers. Here we go. Imagine you're a new teacher. You're excited about all the things you can bring to your classroom, and you know you have a lot to learn. You know that the best teachers have an incredible impact on the lives of their students, and you have every intention to do just that. But while you spend all day with your students, you find yourself isolated from your colleagues with few hands-on opportunities to really grow your craft. We know that only 4% of teachers even get to see their colleagues teach. So feeling isolated and having few opportunities for leadership, like many other teachers, might lead you to leave the classroom altogether. 30% of teachers leave within 3 years, and 50% leave within 5. That kind of turnover has huge costs. But what if we could build a more robust system for teacher collaboration, innovation, and inquiry? We could keep more talent in the classroom and create more pathways for teacher leadership, because teaching can be collaborative. My name is Elham Kazemi. I'm a professor of mathematics education at the University of Washington and have been for 17 years. And I direct Inspire, which is a new center for professional learning. 2 years ago, we broke some new ground by inviting in some of our teacher education alumni and supported them to design professional development for teachers by teachers. They called it the EduDesign Lab. It's a summer institute where teachers collaboratively choose a topic that they want to explore, then they invite in community experts to help guide that exploration, and then they get to try out those ideas with the people that matter most, students. So in our first EduDesign Lab, the teachers decided to focus on technology. And so in the morning, you see them meeting together after hearing from community experts to design lessons, and in the afternoon, by partnering with a summer camp, in this case, Girls Rock Math, they got to try out those ideas right away and got feedback from their students. Christy Harris said this is just what she had been waiting for. It was the first time that she actually had been to a workshop and tried those ideas out with students. She thought that that support would help her take the ideas back to her own classroom, and it did. And then taking risks in front of colleagues helped her join the leadership team for our second EduDesign lab this past summer. We surveyed the participants at the end of the year following the Summer Institute, and they told us that they had an increased willingness to try out new ideas in their classroom, and 63% of them said that they were willing to take on new leadership roles in their schools. But how can a Summer Institute change 180 days of the school year? Well, Steve Harvey can tell us how. He was one of the lead organizers of the EduDesign Lab, and on our first one on technology, he wanted to take coding back into the classroom. His colleagues were unsure that they had the knowledge and the skills to meaningfully code with elementary age students, but he was able to convince them of the worthwhileness of coding. They talked about the collaboration that pair coding entails and the problem-solving skills that kids learn with debugging. And by the end of the school year, nearly all kids in their school was coding in a meaningful way. But Steve's story is not an anomaly. We know that this kind of professional learning, where teachers work together and they get to try ideas out in the classroom, really works. With our support, you can see on this map, there are schools and districts all over the Puget Sound who are pursuing this form of professional development. And to give you one example, with our support, in just 3 years, Lake Ridge Elementary School and the Renton School District improved its performance from being at the bottom 5% of all schools in the state to being recognized as a school of distinction because they use this form of professional learning. Thanks. It's a pretty special place. So with my experience designing professional development, our managing director, Deborah Masacci, and the pictures you see there are our first team of EduDesign organizers. We have hosted 2 EduDesign labs successfully and directly connected teachers with these community organizations and experts. What we hope to do over the next 5 years is grow EduDesign to serve 180 teachers annually. This would mean a direct impact on over 13,000 students, if you consider the impact that teachers will have on their colleagues and their colleagues' students. We know that in the early stages of EduDesign, we need grant support to establish it, because we want to compensate the teachers who organize the lab and who help recruit teachers for the Summer Institute. We want to make it free and accessible to early career teachers, especially those teaching in our most vulnerable communities. And as we establish it, we know that we can seek out community and district sponsorship so that teachers can both lead and attend. With $60,000, we can recruit and support 2 new cohorts of EduDesign lab participants. And we know that with your partnership, we will make teacher leadership and professional learning a reality. Thanks.